next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Snowhawks of Brooklyn. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. First play and a first pass for Murray. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. How did he stay on his feet?
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Welch. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Eric Armstead breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Welsh. Wow, and that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this one is right through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. One more time with Hall. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. This is going to be incomplete.
Barnett came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held that play well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Murray now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, you think about what it's taken to get to this point. The Giants and the Jets, obviously historic franchises, shared the stadium for years. Never felt fully right. Well, now you got 2 New York teams with 2 different homes. And this team in Brooklyn, I'll tell you what, walking in, seeing the excitement on the fans' faces, they are ready to embrace a team here in Brooklyn. And this should be a fun experience to watch unfold. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. Gets around him. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Now 2nd and 3. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. To throw on 2nd down. Welch. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Paul want to give up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Welsh. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Schneider. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Snowhawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Murray now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 60 yards. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A
partner. Guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. And
all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Moody good with the extra point.
And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Now this is going to be returned for the...
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
That's a great read down here near the goal line. Most defenses are keying in on Kyler Murray, knowing they likes to have the ball in his hands. But here he gives it up on the option, and that's a great call as it leads to a touchdown run.
Moody good with the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
On 3rd down, Welch. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here's Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Murray going to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled. Take it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here's Hall again.
Fights through him. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now this throw caught left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the gun. Welsh to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Snowhawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. First down, Murray.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was, Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
To throw is Murray.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Welch. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
There he goes left side. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Murray now on 1st down. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Murray. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He finds his man, complete. It's Schneider. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away.
That's complete left side to Gray.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Welsh
on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
To throw on 3rd down. Welch. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Snowhawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Murray now. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw, it's Murray.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Straight ahead is Hall. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Welsh. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
And they go with McCaffrey.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Here's Murray.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Don't worry.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Murray now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
This is 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Welch. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress.